poll special on NDTV Profit. I'm Tamanna Inamdar. Why should you watch our special show when you are probably completely suffused with a barrage of numbers across channel? Well, I'll tell you why. First of all, we're going to give you the clean cut of numbers that is useful to you. We're also going to tell you what this means when trade opens on Monday morning, because remember, that's what we're trying to see. All right, let's start with the poll of polls we have so far. And most polls are already out, save a couple of them. So let's look at the major ones that are out right now. And we've picked 5. What is the picture over here? So if I look at Jan Ki Baat, 377 for the NDA, D Dynamics 371, P Mark Q 359, Maitreys has a range, upper end is 368, TV5 Telugu has 359. The headline over here, if I had to just break it down for you of what this actually means, is that as per the exit polls, with the standard disclaimers that these are projections, this is not the final result, etc., show that you're going to have a third term of the NDA very, very comfortably. For the market, the big factor has been whether the BJP alone tops its 303 figure in 2019 and whether the NDA is comfortably poised or not. Now, as per these numbers, that seems to be very clearly this case. So you're going to have, if I take these at face value, a Modi 3.0 taking place with a comfortable victory, which, if true, after 10 years in power, is astonishing. We'll get into more of the detail where, if you look at the deep cut of these numbers, it seems like the BJP has made a headway into the south, better than what was expected. They have done very well in Odisha, where they decided to go head on with the BJD, and Uttar Pradesh has not been as much of a worry as was first expected. Maharashtra seems to be the other interesting and exciting story, where no one was sure what would happen after all the political turmoil over the last 5 years. That whole experiment of BJP plus one faction of the Shiv Sena plus one faction of the NCP seems to have worked as per these polls. So what does this all mean? How do you break it all down? We're going to get every cut of the story for you. And to speak on this, I have today with me Aditi Phadnis, contributing editor at Business Standard. Gurmeet Chadda, managing partner and CIO at Complete Circle, is also joining us today. And Deepan Mehta, founder and director of Elixir Equities, is with us. So is Rohit Chandarvarkar, senior journalist and someone who understands Maharashtra, I think, better than most analysts that you would see. So great to have you on. And lovely to speak with all of you. We'll also be joined by Sandeep Ghosh in just a minute from now. So let's start with what the key takeaway is and what the numbers are showing right now. And all those numbers will be constantly on your screen. Rohit, I want to come to you first, because Maharashtra was always considered to be the X factor that no one could quite read. Now, even if you take these polls not with a pinch of salt, take it with a bag of salt. Does it seem on the face of it, you're laughing there, does it seem on the face of it that this BJP experiment of a faction of Sena, or you'd call now whoever's left the faction, part Sena, part NCP, seems to have worked?
Tamanna, maybe I can take the risk of saying that it looks like, and I'm again sticking my neck out, maybe, looks like the picture in Maharashtra is going to be slightly different from the picture in the rest of the country. When I say that, what I mean is, the overall trend in the exit polls seems like the markets, as you mentioned, are going to cheer on Monday morning. That is the baseline. I mean, that's what we are looking at, basically. So the overall trend seems to be that NDA is going to be back in power. The BJP-led government will continue, is what the trend is. However, the picture in Maharashtra seems to be the experiment, to come to your question, experiment done by the BJP of going with new alliance partners may have backfired as far as Maharashtra is concerned. That is the second thing that we can see after the first thing we saw about NDA coming back to power. So it looks like most of the projections done by OTT platforms also, Marathi OTT platforms, which I have been avidly watching last 1 or 2 days, generally the trend seems to be the BJP might not be able to go over 22 or 23 seats, including their alliance partners, that is Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena and Ajit Pawar's NCP, which means it is bad news for Eknath Shinde, present Chief Minister of Maharashtra, in terms of his prospects and his upcoming political career. And it's very bad news, even worse news, for Ajit Pawar. So the picture in Maharashtra may be slightly different, but overall picture seems to be that NDA might be back in power. And my general hunch, looking at the picture in Karnataka or Bihar or other places, is that they might need new alliance partners after all. I don't think it's going to be a clean sweep for NDA, looking at the picture in Bihar and other places. But yes, the bigger picture is that NDA, Modi-led NDA or BJP-led NDA may be back in power, and that's what I've been saying on few shows. Last point about Maharashtra is that because the markets are based in Mumbai, Maharashtra, and it's like the industrial highest amount of industries concentrated in this state and leading industrial state, we might see some kind of turmoil in Maharashtra politics in the coming weeks and coming months. That is the next story that will emerge, and BJP might think about changing their alliances in Maharashtra, because remember, within 5 months there's going to be Maharashtra assembly election happening. So that also, we have to keep our eyes on that also. But the larger picture seems to be that for now, there is going to be no turmoil in Delhi and at the central government level. Tamanna.
Yeah.